You may be a millionaire and not even know it, which means you may keep working longer than you really need to. Let me show you some numbers that are truly going to be eye-opening. They say, for example, you do have that $1 million, which only 3.2% of Americans reach that goal of $1 million. What if you have the $1 million and you need $50,400 a year in expenses? That's the average American retiree couple's income. I think it was 50,291. Well, that'd be 4,200 a month. Now, what we do on this channel, folks, is use the numbers for the S&P 500, the returns for the last 100 years. And we're going to go ahead and plug those numbers in and see how often, if the numbers going forward are like the last 100 years, would you actually have a problem and actually run out of money? These are the actual numbers uh, showing you what you would have to have left after 10 years, 20 years, and 30 years. And I want you to notice the only time you would have had a problem in the last 100 years was 1929, where you can see here in the red here, it's not quite lasting 20 years. And also in the year 2000, which is right here, money's running out in 19 years. Those are the only two times in the last 100 years. Why? Because they start out with some down years like this. They call that sequence of returns risk. That's the only time in the last 100 years. If you had this $1 million and you projected ahead these same type returns, none of them will be identical, but if going forward, that's the only time you would have a problem. Well, let's take half of that, folks. This is what we want to show you on this video. Do you really need to keep working? Well, you may say, I haven't reached $1 million. I can't do it. The thing you're forgetting to take into account is Social Security. Let's say, for example, you get $2,000 a month from Social Security. I think I saw last year the average was 1,976. We're just going to run that at 2,000. Here's what we want to show you, folks. This is so important when you're financial planning. You need to understand the true cash value of your Social Security benefits, which includes the potential growth of your benefit over time. Folks, that's crucial for your accurate retirement planning, because people will keep working because they don't have $1 million. But look what happens if we run the same numbers, taking into account this Social Security. Watch what happens with half that amount, 500,000 instead of a million, but this 2,000, since you're getting a 2,000, remember again, you're needing 4,200 a month, the average couple. Well, you're only going to need 2,200 from your nest egg. We're increasing that by 3% a year. We're doing a 60-40 asset allocation. We run the numbers, we update it, and watch what happens, folks. See if this 2% changes at all. I think you're going to be shocked. $1 million with no Social Security, or $500,000 with your Social Security. How often? 2% of the time. The same years we ran before. This is the actual graph right here. 1929, the year 2000. Every other year you don't run out of money. Not only that, look at this. You have 500,000 left after 20 years. Each of these years, it makes it above this line right here. You have over $1 million right here. So you're going to have plenty of money. What happens is people keep working because they don't have $1 million because they haven't taken into account the cash value of your Social Security benefits. Now, I know some people might say, well, Social Security is not going to be around when I retire. Well, right now they're predicting you have about 79% of it in the year 2033. So don't discount this and say it's totally gone. It's going to be there. Somehow it's going to be there. But you don't need near that $1 million if these are your numbers. Again, this was the average of what the average retired couples needs today. It's 50,400, and we're just doing just basically half of that because 2,000 that's coming from Social Security, and the rest of it's coming from your nest egg. And we've also done this 60-40 asset allocation. But really, folks, you really need to use this in your planning because this truly is cash value. They say it's basically several $100,000 is the value of your Social Security, the present value of it. That's the kind of buying power. That's the kind of money you might need, is several $100,000 to have this same kind of income of $2,000 a month. But folks, that's what we do on this channel. We just love to set up spreadsheets, run numbers for you, because otherwise people are working way longer than they need to because they don't take into account the present value of Social Security. On this channel, we do all kinds of different videos, set up all kinds of spreadsheets showing you all these different financial concepts. You really need to have a correct understanding. So, folks, you don't need to work as long as you might think. Don't forget Social Security. That's got a huge impact on your financial planning right here. It's crucial that you understand what Social Security can do for you in your financial planning. Please consider subscribing. Please share this channel with others. Let people know about this channel that we set up all kinds of different spreadsheets and run all kinds of different numbers for you. And we just use what's happened for the last 100 years. Please consider subscribing. Please share this channel with others. Please like the video. Please comment. I just love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching.